Hello, good day viewers. In this tutorial, we're going to see how to write a function using blocks diagram and how to draw a block diagram if we're given a question. We'll see how this diagram should become this function and how this function should become this diagram. And I'm recommending you to watch my introduction to logic gates so that you can see how ands, nor, nan, and nor are. So we have to let's first take a look to the question number 1, write a function using the block diagrams. So we have to first take a look to the first one to identify the gates. We all know that this is what? This is AND gates. This is what? This is AND gates. This is what? This is OR gate. This is AND gates. This is AND gate. Also AND gate. This is what? OR gate. This is also AND gate. This is OR gate. This is OR gate. This is AND gate. So let's take a look to this. Whenever we see AND gate, we're just talking about multiplying, and whenever we see what OR gate, we're talking about what? Addition, which is plus. So let's take a look to this question. It says that we have two inputs, two input with one AND. So therefore, what is the output of this? Output of this will be multiplication, which is A times B. Yes. So this is AND. And also AND is also what? Multiplication. So the function will be what? This is input. This is my new input in this what? In this AND. So I will take this AND, this A, B, and C, and I will multiply them. Then I will get A, B, C. So this is the function of this diagram. So let's take a look to this. This says this is O, and O it is what? Addition. So I have to add these inputs, A and B, which is A plus B. Yes, this is AND. So I have to figure out this output. I have to put the output which is what? And it is multiplication, which is AB prime. And then this is my new input 1 and input 2. And therefore it is and it is multiplication. So I will just put the function, it will be what? This is the first input, output in bracket, A plus B, and this is second input, I will multiply it by what? AB prime. So also this is the solution. So let's take a look to this. We have XY, and this is also AND. So what will be the what? The output of this, it will be XY, because it is addition, it is multiplication, it is AND, and therefore this is what? This is also AND. So I will end with XY what? XY prime. So therefore this becomes my new input, XY and XY prime. So therefore XY prime and this is O, and O it is addition. So I'm just gonna add them. F it is equals to what? I have XY, and therefore this is O. I will say plus, which is what? XY prime. So this is the solution of it. This is this function. So therefore let's take a look to that. Okay. This is O. O is what? Addition. So therefore, the two input X and Y, I will add them together. X plus what? X plus Y. And also this, I will add them together, which is X prime plus what? Plus Z. So therefore, I have what? I have X plus Y, and therefore what? X prime plus Z as my new input to this end. And N is multiplication. So now I'm gonna multiply them. So therefore the function will be what? The function will be X plus Y, and therefore multiplied by X prime plus what? Plus Z. I forget it. So let's take a look to the next question. Draw a block diagram given the function shown below. We're going to draw what? A block diagram. So how can as I see, this is what? They just multiply two input and get this A and B. And this will be AND. And what? This positive sign, it is indicating what? Oh, as what? As the input. So, how can I do now? The next thing is that I'm just going to say this will be as, let me provide the input. It is what? It is AND. Yeah. This is AND. So I have A, I will have B. So let's say I have C as what? Let's say I have O. Let's say this is O. This is O. Let's say I have this as what? I have this. Am I correct or wrong? Let's say this is what? This is a function f. Just take a look. This should now become and this should now become what? O. Because I've already specified them. Because whenever I multiply this and this in AND gate this, it will give me what? AV. So this is the same thing as this AV. And as you can see, this becomes a new input to this O. And this is what? Another input to this what? To this O, which is C. So the next thing I will have what? I will have AB plus what? Plus C. Because this itself, it is an input to this AND. And this is an input to this what? To this one of the input in O. So therefore, I will just make this A and B. So therefore, this it will become what? The input of this, which is AB. The input of one of this O, which is AB plus what? Plus C, because it is O. So the function which is what? So now the function, it is AB plus C. So as you can see, this is a diagram. So this is a diagram of what? This is a diagram of this what? Of this question. Because they say draw the block diagram. So this is a block diagram that what? That we draw. So let's see whether we can have another example under it. Let me clean it. So now this is the what? This is the third question. But here is a challenge question too. Feel free to pause the video and try it for the sake of practice. But let's start solving it. As you can see, we have to identify the gates. We all know this is AND gate, this is OR gate. They say this is AND gate, this is OR gate, this is what? This is AND gates. We all know that the AND, it is what? And it is multiplication. The OR gate, which is what? Which is adding, which is the addition. So therefore, as we can see, we're gonna put what? The input X and what? Y. So we're gonna put the output, which is what? X, Y, because it is AND gate, we are multiplying. So therefore, as we do that, we all know that we have what? We have X, Y, and Z. We have the new input, and this is OR gate. So therefore, we're going to what? We're going to add them together. So we have X, Y plus Z. So we have a new input to this AND gate. So therefore, an input here also, we have to what? This is AND gate, so we are going to multiply it. So we're gonna put it here. We are going to say X prime of what? X, Y plus what? Plus Z. So this is a new what? This is a new input to this OR gate, and this is second input. This is what? Third input. But this third input, we have to what? We have to find the output of this AND gate. X, Y prime, and Z. It will become X, Y prime, and Z. So therefore, we are going to use this as first input. This as what? Second input, and this as what? This third input. So therefore, the function f, it will be what? The first, which is X into XY plus Z. It is OR gate, so therefore plus W. And therefore plus, we have what? We have X, Y prime, and what? And Z. So therefore what? We're done. This is a function. This is the function of it. So I hope you get it right when you pause the video and solve it. So let's see the question 3. Make sure you're writing everything down. So the next question says, draw a block diagram given the function shown below. We're going to draw the block diagram as we did to the what? To the second question before. So now what am I going to do? I have X, Y, I have plus what? X prime of Y, I have what? Y prime of X. There is something that I need to tell you. There is what? There is sum of the product. There is product of sum. But let's solve this question and see whether this question is a sum of the product or what? Or product of what? A product of sum. Yes. So the next thing that I'm going to do is that this is what? As I see, this is AND gate. This is AND gate. This is AND gate. So let me say I have my AND gate. AND gate, and I have another AND gate again, I have AND gate. This is how you can solve this kind of problem, how you can draw this diagram step by step. First, take a look to this. Are they AND gate or OR gate? If they are AND gate, as you can see, this is AND gate, AND gate, AND gate. So you will just first draw the what? The AND gate first. We all know this is AND gate, this is AND gate, this is what? This is AND gate. Yeah, this is X, this is Y. This is X prime, this is Y prime. This is Y prime. This is Y prime, and this is what? This is Z. And therefore the addition, this is what? OR gate. And OR gate, it means that it carries all what? Let's say this is what? This is the output. The output of this, which is XY, output of this is X prime and what? Okay, so there's no Y prime here, which is what? Y. And therefore we have what? Y prime and Z. This is the output. So this will be new input to what? To the gate that is next. What gate is next? It is what? This plus. Plus it is what? It is R. And the R we have what? We'll have 3 inputs. So therefore, I'll have this. I'll have this. I'll have this. Yes. This is the output. This is the function. So, as you can see, after then, this is the OR gate. The OR gate will carry those 3 inputs and what? And sum them. The function will be what? XY plus what? Plus X prime Y plus what? Plus Y prime Z. It turns back to this. So there is one thing that I need to tell you is that, is this sum of what? Sum of product or product of sum? So this is what? This is sum of what? Sum of products. What did I mean by sum of product? Sum of product is between this X and what? X and Y, what comes after them is addition. So whenever you take the middle, you see the middle and you see it is plus. So it's what we call the sum of product, because you are summing product. And this is product, X times Y, it is what? It's a product, you are multiplying. And therefore, Y multiplied by Z, it's also you are multiplying. Also X prime and what? Sorry, I'm putting this Y prime, it is only what? It is only Y. So also if you multiply, you get what? It is a product, because this time it is like you are multiplying, so it is product. So sum of product, this is a sum and this is a product. So there is something that we call what? Literals. The literal, it means that how many what? Literals variables you have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have what? 6 literals, which are X, Y, X prime, Y prime and Z. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 2Y. So therefore I have what? I said X, Y, X prime, Y prime and what? And Z. 3 and 3. So I have 6 literals. Literals are how many what? How many variables are you dealing with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those are called what? Literals. And this is what? The sum. This is the sum of what? Of the product. And we have product of sums. But let's take to the second question and see what are we going to get. Please write this down, because I'm going to clean it. Okay. So as we done for the first question, let's take to the second question and see. So let's first identify this sum of product or product of sums. This question, the first question is sum of product, because we are summing products. But this, it will be what? This is product, but inside the bracket it is sum. So it will come what? It will become product of sum. There is one thing that I need to tell you. Between the variables, you have to check, is it addition or what? Or is it a product? Whenever you see addition, so you have to, sum will come first. You have to say sum. You have to just what? See the center of it, of each of what? Of each of your variable. As we can see, I have plus. And this I have for the multiplication. So when you take a look at C plus, oh, this is sum of product, because this will be product as well. So if you take a look to this, no, this is product. So you first what say, so this is product of sum. And there are some of what function that are both sum of product and product of sum. And there are one that they are neither. They are neither sum, neither product of sum, neither sum of product. So as we can see here, this is what? This is the product of sum. Product of what? Product of sum. So what of literals? How many literals do we have? This is what? The literals. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I have 7 literals. 7 literals with A, V. Literals, you're just going to count the variables that you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you count it. They are your literals. So let's take a look and draw the block diagram. So therefore, this is sum. We all know sum, it is what? It is OR gate. So I have to say, I have two input. This is what? I have also 2 input. I have also 2 input. Okay, this is very close. It means I have what? This is OR. This is OR. This is OR gate. I have the input AV. I have the input. Okay. This is what? This is 3. It has 3 inputs. It is A, B, and C. And this is what? This is B prime and what? And C prime. Yeah. So let's figure out the output. This is the output. This is the output. What will be the output of base? Which is what? AB. Okay, sorry. It is O. It is O. Don't forget with this. It is O. It will become A plus B. And this is what? O. It will become A plus B plus C. This is how it will be what? B prime plus what? Plus C prime. I hope you get this point. The next thing is that I have product. So the product is what? It is AND gate. So let me say like that. I have this. This is the function. It must have what? 3 inputs. Like this. Like this. Yes. So this A plus B and A plus B from C and this B prime plus C prime, it will be a new input to this what? To this AND gate. So therefore, the function will now be the input 1 multiplied by what? A plus B plus C multiplied by what? B prime plus what? C prime. Return back to this. So I hope this video is more helpful to you on how to what? On how to draw a block diagram and how to write a function of a block diagram. If this video is more helpful to you, please kindly consider subscribing and wish it to learning colleagues so that they will know more about what? About how to draw a block diagram and how to write a function. Thank you for watching. Never stop learning. Don't forget to subscribe.